So I've had this blowgun for a while, and it's a normal cold steel blowgun, and it shoots. Well, I got two kind of darts for it. I got the razor broadhead and the I don't know what that one's called. It's like a smaller version. And after shooting this for a while, I've concluded that these regular darts are kind of boring. It's basically a nail with a cone, and they basically just do that. They stick into stuff, and I decided I can make it better. So I made this. It's a paper cone with a bamboo skewer, so it can biodegrade and stuff like that. And it's a 22 bullet that hasn't been shot before, or a 22 cartridge. I just took the bullet out and used low temperature hot glue to attach the stick inside the cartridge where the bullet used to be. So as you can imagine, since it's using a 22 bullet on the tip, it sounds like a 22. It's pretty loud. And here's a close-up of it on a thin piece of aluminum. These aren't designed to do a whole lot of damage. It just made a little black mark, a burn mark from the powder. But you should stay out of range of these, because whenever it explodes, the shell of it sends shrapnel everywhere, and you wouldn't want to be caught by that. Here I made kind of a bullet trap so I could catch some of the shrapnel and show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so I found the pieces from it, and I found the dart part of it, and one of the primary reasons I made the shaft part of the dart out of wood is so it will be light and it won't bounce back from the explosion and impale something that I don't want it to. And this thing is pretty light. It bounced back maybe 10 feet and that's it. And then this is the bullet part of it. It's just the brass is all mangled up from the explosion, and some of them the brass even shatters apart, like it rips apart, but on this one it just ruptured. On this one I'll be shooting the piece of aluminum again, and I'll be attempting to do a slow motion video. I don't know how good it'll show up because I think my phone only goes up to like 240 frames per second, but I guess we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so on the slow motion shot I just did, I found the dart that flew back at me, and this one was a bit more powerful than the bullet trap one I did. And the only thing I'm doing is I'm taking the bullet out of the shell and I'm just gluing these in. I'm not adding any powder or anything. On this one I will try to shoot an aluminum can and see if it does any damage to it. Turns out the aluminum can wasn't hard enough to set the primer off, so I'll try to shoot next to it and see if the shrapnel does any damage to it. It didn't do anything to it, just made a little dent over here and over here. Alright, so that's the end of the video. If you like it, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. In like a year or two.